All right, let's talk about intermittent fasting. There's so much noise out there, it can get, well, pretty confusing. So today, we're going to cut through all that. We've taken the key principles from Dr. Eric Berg and boiled them down into a simple, straightforward rulebook to really guide you. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's just jump right in with the million-dollar question, the one everybody asks first. What can I actually have when I'm fasting? Can I have my coffee? What about tea? It's the number one thing people get stuck on, but I promise the answer is way simpler than you think.
So here's how we're going to break it all down for you. 4 simple parts. We'll start with the fasting window, then move to your eating window. After that, we'll talk about using fasting as a smart tool, and finally, how to really level up your results. It's a clear path from the absolute basics to some more advanced stuff.
All right, section 1, the fasting window rules. Let's get super clear on what you can have and what you definitely can't. Here's the main thing to remember, the guiding light for all of this. It's all about the calories. The whole point of fasting is to keep your insulin low so your body can burn fat. And what triggers insulin? Calories. So if something has 0 or, practically 0 calories, you're probably good to go. Now, this is where it gets really practical. On the left side, you've got your consume freely list. Water, obviously. Tea is actually fantastic. It can even help your blood sugar. And yes, coffee, in moderation, is totally fine. But then, look at the right side. Use with caution. Things like MCT oil or bone broth. They're kind of tricky. See, MCT oil gives you ketones, which is cool, but your body will burn that fat for energy instead of your own body fat. And bone broth, some people are fine with it, others aren't. For these, you really just have to be your own detective and see how your body feels. So what about supplements? This is a great question. You might think they're off limits, but actually, some are not only allowed, they're highly recommended. Taking things like B vitamins and especially electrolytes and minerals can make your fast so much easier. Even things with a tiny number of calories like cod liver oil or green powders are totally fine. They won't be enough to mess with your fast. Okay, now for a big flashing red light. You absolutely want to stay away from protein powders and those BCAAs during your fast. Why? Because your body is clever. It can take that protein and, believe it or not, turn it into sugar. And that will spike your insulin and slam the brakes on your fast immediately. So we've covered what not to eat. That brings us perfectly to section 2, the eating window rules. Because let's be honest, fasting isn't just about the not eating part. It's about how you eat when you finally do. This might just be the most powerful rule of them all. Seriously, fasting is this incredible tool that teaches you what real hunger actually feels like. So if your eating window opens up but you're not actually hungry, don't eat. You're still in that amazing fat-burning mode. You can just ride that wave a little bit longer and get even more benefits. And this right here brilliantly shows you the difference. On the left, you have productive hunger. Yeah, you might feel a little tummy rumble, but you've still got energy, you're still mentally sharp. That's the stuff you can push through. But the list on the right, those are warning signs. If you feel weak, dizzy, super irritable, that's not productive. That's your body yelling, hey, I need fuel now. Listen to it. And speaking of eating, if you're doing a longer fast, like 48 hours or more, you've got to be gentle when you break it. Think about it. Your whole digestive system has been on vacation. You don't want to shock it with a giant steak dinner. Start with something really small, like a single egg or a few nuts. Wait a little while. Let your system wake up. Then you can slowly add more food. Okay, section 3. We've got the how, but now let's talk about the why. Because fasting is so much more than just a way to lose weight. It's actually a powerful tool you can use to figure out what's going on with your metabolic health. And at the very center of all of this is a little thing called insulin resistance. All that means is that your body's cells have kind of stopped listening to the hormone insulin, which is supposed to manage your blood sugar. It's a huge driver of so many health problems today, and fasting directly, powerfully addresses it. So, here's a simple little self-test for you. Just ask yourself, how long can I comfortably go without eating? If you can go for a long time and feel great, that's a fantastic sign that your body is sensitive to insulin. But if you can't go more than a few hours without feeling shaky and desperate for food, well, that's a pretty strong clue you might have some insulin resistance to work on. And this is absolutely crucial. What you eat in your eating window makes a world of difference. If you combine intermittent fasting with a low-carb, keto-style diet, you keep your insulin low all the time. It's a powerhouse combo. But if you fast all day and then smash a pizza or a bowl of pasta, you're just going to send your insulin through the roof and pretty much undo a lot of the good work you just did. And that brings us to our final section, how to level up your fast. For anyone who wants to go beyond the daily wins, throwing in a longer fast every now and then can unlock a whole other dimension of health benefits. First, let's just recap the awesome benefits that most people get from regular intermittent fasting. I'm talking weight loss, better focus, sharper memory, and just this calm, improved mood. I mean, these are incredible on their own.
But when you occasionally push it a bit further, maybe with a 48 or 72-hour fast, something magical happens. You tap into deeper benefits. Your body literally starts to grow new brain cells, it reboots your immune system, and it kicks on this amazing process called autophagy. That's your body's internal cleanup crew, going around and recycling old, damaged junk. We're talking powerful, deep anti-aging effects.
So why all the brain benefits? Well, a huge reason is the fuel source. When you're fasting, your brain switches from running on sugar to running on ketones. And ketones are like premium high-octane fuel for your brain. They burn so much cleaner than glucose, producing less waste and less damage. It's a major upgrade. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this final thought. We tend to think of fasting as depriving ourselves of something, right? But maybe we should flip that idea on its head. Our bodies have this incredible built-in ability to heal and repair themselves. The real question is, in a world where we're encouraged to eat all the time, are we ever actually giving our bodies the chance to do that amazing work?